What's up, everybody? We're back. Another fight week, another UFC pay-per-view is this Saturday. So once again, me and Debo are back here to break it all down. UFC 259, Blachowicz versus Adesanya. And I didn't mess that up because I practiced Blachowicz about 15 times before we started this. Debo, what's up, brother? Thank you for joining us once again.
Thank you for having me. I would like to take this chance to apologize to everyone for my picks last time. They were dog shit. It wasn't a dog night. We both agree, but it is what it is. I'll tell you what, I'm probably going to feed you some more underdogs tonight, and that is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone watched the last show, it just shows you. I mean, we watch it every week, week in and week out, research all these guys, but that's why the sport is so special because anyone has a single chance. All it takes is one punch, one kick, one little grappling move to submit someone out, and it just changes everything. So it's very hard to be really like precise with your picks on, especially on big reviews like this. Everyone wants to show out and make a name for themselves for guys that aren't really well known, especially this weekend. Huge card we got. 15 fights are on this pay-per-view card. Usually it's about 12. You have 4 on the early prelims, 4 on the main prelims, and 5 on the main card. This weekend, the early prelims start at 6 o'clock on ESPN Plus and UFC Fight Pass. 6 fights. That it's just insane. 6 fights from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on the early prelims. We're not going to cover those because we could be here all day long.
Yeah, we would.
There's some good fights on there, though. I'd recommend definitely watch them. Saturday night, you want to get hyped for the pay-per-view, watch them. Unless 15 fights will wear you out, maybe start at 8 o'clock then.
Yeah, I'd avoid it if it's going to wear you out.
Yeah,
because I'll be there at 5:59, ready for that.
Yeah, me too. 6 fights in 2 hours for a diehard like fans is amazing. So it's gonna be interesting to see. Hopefully, we get a couple knockouts, get the night going.
Quick,
get the pace
keep
going
it running.
Quick.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we'll start with the prelims. 8 o'clock, ESPN Plus. 5 more fights are on the prelims, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So 6.
Or no, it might be 4. I think it's 4.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's 4. Yep.
10. So there's only 4 fights on the prelims at 8 o'clock. We're going to cover a couple of those fights. The first fight that we'll cover is a flyweight belt between Joseph Benavidez and Askar Askarov. Joseph Benavidez, he just fought for the title in his past 2 fights.
Yeah.
In which he lost both for the flyweight 125-pound title. Pretty sure he got knocked out in both of those.
Yeah, the one was like that one that ended kind of a little wonky, and then the other one he just got put the fuck out.
Yeah, because the first fight, Figgy, the guy that he fought, who's the champion, missed weight.
Yes.
So he could have won the belt, but Figgy couldn't. Figgy knocked him out, and it was a weird stoppage. They did again, he lost. Benavidez is coming in as a plus 110 underdog. Askar is a minus 134 favorite. Who do you like in this fight?
Well, with this one, you love jiu-jitsu. If you're a fan, he's an old head. His wife is Megan O'Leary, one of the big reporters for it. So watching him lose to Figgy twice in a row in like very bad styles it hurt. However, Askar Askarov hasn't lost. He's like a decision submission fighter. He's there for the long haul.
Yeah.
I have Askar winning by decision, man. And I think jiu-jitsu is going to the last fight, man, it messed him up in the head. He emotionally had to figure out why he wants to fight again. So this might be that final push out the door for old jiu-jitsu, which is sad, but.
And he had a rough time that week too, because I'm pretty sure that was the Fight Island fight where they thought Figgy might have had COVID or someone in his corner tested positive, something like that. And it was just rough on him all around. And he was already hurting from that first loss. It's a huge bounce back for him. I love watching the flyweights because they're more my size. I mean, these guys are 5'4", 125 pounds. I'm 5'3", 145 pounds. So I like watching the small guys fight. Askar, 12-0-1. I like him here as the minus 137 favorite. I got him via decision as well. I think this could be like a slobber knocker, though. I can see them just swinging for the fences a bet, especially Joseph. I can see him really trying for the finish here to get a big statement win because Askar's ranked number 3 in the division, and Joseph is number 2 still. So it's just a huge fight for a bounce back because if he loses, I mean, his next fight, he might fight a number like 8 to 10 guy, like,
Yeah.
like a up and comer to try to jump. So this is a huge fight for Joseph. I don't see him winning here. I like both guys, so I don't really care either way, but I'm going to go with Asker.
It's weird because Jiu-Jitsu's last 2 fights were main events, and now we're watching him open up the regular prelims.
Yeah, he's a second fight in the prelims. So yeah, this guy's going from headlining 2 cards on Saturday nights to fighting around 8:30 on a prelim of a pay-per-view on free ESPN. So yeah, we'll see how he bounces back. It's definitely a must-watch fight, I would say.
Yeah, for sure.
Another fight we'll just cover really quick in the bantamweight division, 135 pounds. I'm going to mess this up. Song Yadong. He is number 14 in the division. He's a minus 141 favorite. He's fighting Kyler Phillips, who's plus 115 underdog. Both these guys are undefeated in the UFC. We were just talking about this. Phillips is 8-1. Yadong is 16-4-1, and he's only 23 years old. I think he's the youngest ranked fighter, or one of them in the male division. One of them maybe. But yeah, this is a hell of a fight too.
Dude, this one Song is my favorite male Chinese fighter. The dude, his striking's so tight. He's very disciplined. It's awesome to watch. Kyler Phillips, I don't know much about. I think you mentioned it. He has 2 wins in the UFC, and both of them are performance of the night, or he got bonuses, right?
Yeah, he has 2 performance of the night bonuses, and Song has 4. So these guys put on shows.
Yeah, these guys are bringing it. They're here to end it. My choice is because, like I said, Song's my favorite Chinese fighter. I think he wins with that amazing striking. I think he puts down Phillips.
I take him as well. That's another fight, man. 6 performance of the night bonuses between the both of them, and it's just going to be a hell of a fight. And that is also on the prelims.
Yeah, that's a good one to watch.
Yeah, and all these prelims between 8 and 10 are free on ESPN. And then the main event on the prelims, probably fight around 9:30-ish. We have former bantamweight champion Dominick Cruz returning back to the octagon. He last fought versus Henry Cejudo in May, lost. He thought it was a controversial finish. He thought the ref was drunk. Did you see he came out and said he didn't want that guy to ref this fight?
I have that in my notes. He keeps bagging on no-nonsense Keith Peterson, man.
Yeah, man. He said he reeked the booze the last fight, and he said he does not want him reffing this fight.
He said there was an issue prior to the fight in the locker room as well. I don't know if they were butting heads or what, but, it's weird that he made that request.
Yeah, it is.
I don't think he's in any spot to call his shots.
He's just that adamant about it.
Yeah, but it is what it is. If Keith fucked me up in my head, I wouldn't want him to be in my ref at all.
I agree. I see where he's coming from. And I listened to the John Anik and Kenny Florian podcast. I listened to it the other day. They were saying Dominick Cruz feels disrespected being as the prelim main event. They didn't really see it. This card is so stacked. This could be almost a fight night co-main event, or even on the last pay-per-view that wasn't stacked. He could have been, the 3rd fight on the card. But I think it fits perfect as a prelim main event. Gives us a huge, well-known name, Dominick Cruz. Mm-hmm. Any real big fan knows Dominick Cruz. He's 22-3. He's a legend in the sport. That's safe to say. He's fighting Casey Kenny, who's 16-2-1. Casey Kenny, I believe, is the favorite. Yeah, he's minus 137. Dominick Cruz is plus 110. Man, this is another one. 3 straight fights on the prelims that I can really see going either way.
Yeah, I'll agree with that for sure. I think this is going to be more on the boring side of the fights. This isn't for the casuals. Yeah. I think these dudes are going to wait and feel it out, and then they're going to start banging.
Yeah.
And I feel like people are going to kind of write it off before
it could be a slow 2-1 unanimous type of fight.
Absolutely. But I liked how you were saying every time you say prelim main event, that there's a difference between being a prelim fighter and then fighting the main event for the prelims.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's on ESPN, so it's free, can be on every bar no matter what. So this is the big fight for the free viewers. So this, it's a good spot. I wouldn't be mad fighting, main event prelim.
I feel like these fights too help people like jump over the fence if they want to continue watching.
Yeah,
like, for the pay-per-view or buy the pay-per-view. And Dominick Cruz is a great guy to put in that position.
Yeah.
And Casey Kenny, man, this is huge for him. He's not ranked right now. So this is a huge fight. This is arguably the biggest fight of his career. I'm not sure of like many past people that Casey has fought, but
he's fought like Louis Smolka, Nathaniel Wood.
Okay.
I think he beat up Ray Borg too. Like,
yeah, those are good fighters, but no one's
big name.
Yeah, no one's bigger than Dominick Cruz.
Right. This is a big stamp to put on your resume, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna go Casey Kenny here in a decision. There's another Dominick Cruz is in the same position, I think, as Ben Diaz. I think he really wants to win real bad. He's 22-3. And I think he's lost like his last two. Because he lost to Garbrandt, then he lost to Cejudo.
Yeah, he's lost his last two.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge fight. I don't know. It's so hard. I might change and bet on Cruz when the time comes, heat of the moment. But right now, I'm going to take Casey.
I'm going Casey by decision as well. But believe it or not, Dom's only other loss was to Uriah Faber in the WEC before the UFC bought it.
Yeah, and that's when Uriah Faber was at the top of his game.
Yeah, that is the California kid.
Yeah, that's where you know him from, because in UFC, that's a story for another day. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, man, those three fights, like just talking about them right now just got me really jacked up for those. And the fact that just starts tonight. After they're done, then we have the pay-per-view.
Straight heat after them, bro.
In the 6 fights we didn't really cover, I mean, we might this night will keep you entertained from start to finish.
Yep,
I believe.
No doubt about it.
And then we get into the pay-per-view. UFC 259, 10 p.m. Pay-per-view. You can buy it on ESPN Plus. You can watch it other ways. I'm not promoting that or going to talk about
Hit me up.
Light heavyweight bout to start the night. Thiago Santos. I might have messed his name up. And Alexander Rakic. Did I mess that up?
Rakic, but Rocket. Tomato.
Okay. I have a hard time pronouncing a lot of these people's names.
That's what I'm here for, everyone.
Santos, if you don't know him, he fought John Jones 2 fights ago for him. A lot of people think he won. He lost by decision, but
he blew his knee out. Let me put that out there for no one knows. He blew his knee out early, and still gave Jones a hell of a run. Yeah.
Even John Anik said he thought Santos won, and John Anik is the main color commentator for UFC. So Santos, number 2 in the world, coming back. His last fight, he got knocked out, or did he lose the decision?
No, he got choked by Glover.
Okay. Yeah, Glover Teixeira, who's 40 years old. You haven't watched UFC in a while. Yes, Glover still fights. He's probably the number 1 contender in the light heavyweight division right now. Santos is number 2. Huge fight for Alexander Rakic. I'm gonna keep messing his name up.
No,
he's number 4. He's minus 167. Santos is plus 138. I'm taking Santos. I'm gonna go decision, 3 rounds. Because Rakic, his last fight was Anthony Smith.
Yes. Took him to the decision.
Wasn't that impressed, to be honest with you. And I think Santos is way harder of competition than Anthony Smith. And this is just another guy. It's the theme of the night for these bigger names. Bounce back fights, must-win fights. To, get back on the ball. Because if he loses, I mean, he's just falling down, just like the other. Like
down
Cruz
the rankings really quick.
I'm going to ride Santos here, decision.
I have on my notes right here, I have Rakic could win. And that is solely on Thiago is on a 2-fight loss streak. And every time I hear Alexander Rakic's name, I think of him booting Jimmy Manua's fucking head off.
Yeah.
So I'm always like, oh, Thiago could, get knocked out. But then I realize how good of a fight Thiago was against John Jones. You know what I mean? And that dude can punch. Glover's lucky he's an old head and has taken so many punches. He just eats them. So
yeah, he does.
Write that one off.
This could end early.
This could go either way. I think it's a very slept-on fight for the main card because obviously it's the first one.
I love this fight.
Dude, it's a good fight. I think it's a brawl.
Yep.
I have either of them winning just to call it safe, but KO, TKO. It does not go to the decision.
I like that. There's a bet. Decision, no.
Yeah, lock that.
I'm probably gonna do a couple. I'm gonna do a different couple parlays. I'll probably put one of each of them in one of them and just see what happens because this is a fight I don't think you can go wrong with. It's maybe I can't say that with title fights, but it's one of the most even fights on the card for sure.
Very even.
That's a great fight to start off the night, and then pay-per-view just keeps rolling. Every fight almost gets better and better.
Yeah.
I wish Nunez was the first title fight, but anyways, the next fight, lightweight bout, we got Islam Makhachev. I knew I'd mess him up.
You got it.
And Drew Dober. Islam, just quick background, he's being hyped up to almost be like the next Khabib type guy. I think he has one loss. I'm pretty sure he got knocked out like 6 years ago. It was a long time ago. He's 18-1. He's from Russia. He's fighting Drew Dober, who's 23-9. Islam is a huge favorite in this fight.
Other than the woman's GOAT, I think he's the biggest favorite.
Yeah, he's minus 335. Dauber's plus 250. I'm taking Islam. I'm going to say first round knockout. He hasn't fought since 2019. And a lot of people are saying in his last fight that he kind of looks sloppy and not as impressive as it usually does. I think that was a fight. And I just think he's going to come out guns blazing. I think this one ends early.
Well, he has that wrestling background with the Russian style. I mean, Habib's
submission bet here is good.
Yeah,
too.
yes. Habib's been promoting him like his shit doesn't stink. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Dober's last 3 wins are via KO. So I feel with Islam, unless he is completely tuned in on the feet, I think he drags him down underwater, deep underwater. It's like it could be fight decision.
Yeah.
He's either going to pound on him, it's going to go to decision, or he's going to end up tapping him.
Yeah, he could submit him. The submission in the second or third round by Islam is a good pick.
My money is going with the how will the fight win prop play or whatever. Yeah, the prop. I'm going Islam sub easily.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to say first round finish. Either sub or KO. I said KO, but I'll take either.
They say Islam's. Sorry to cut you off. They say Islam's wrestling is better than Habib's. Habib even admits that, like it's up there,
and that's insane to say. Sprinkle a couple bucks on Dauber because you just never know. I might.
He's got the puncher's chance. I mean, that's how he's won his last 3.
Yeah.
But Islam's got that Russian chin, bro.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a chin.
Another great fight. Just really excited to see how Islam comes out and how Drew responds. To the hype train of Islam and what he does. So
right.
And then we get 3 title fights, man. It's as
exciting as it is, dude.
Yeah.
For people like you and me and other people that know how long a title fight is.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a super long night. I don't think Izzy and Jan start until 1 because they're gonna show everyone's walkouts, whether it's in the Apex Arena or not. They're gonna, when the winner, they're gonna get interviewed like crazy, and if
it goes, title fights are 5-round fights, so it could be a 25-minute fight with the walkouts, with the post interviews. It's about 40-some minutes.
Minimum 40 minutes.
Yeah. So, and then for the next people to come out, you're waiting another 20 minutes probably until.
They start. Yeah, that's what. It's gonna be a hell of a night. I'll tell you that.
Water will be a good friend, or a little nap in the day too.
There you go.
I'd start drinking around like 6. I wouldn't start drinking at noon for this card.
No.
Because
this isn't a tailgated card.
Yeah, it'll be hard to make it too.
You gotta pace yourself.
The first title fight, bantamweight title, Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling.
Before that, do you want to do these months real quick?
Oh, yeah. So, thank you for reminding me. We have 5 title fights this month, and I wanted Debo and I to rank from number 1, most excited, to number 5, least excited. Debo, you can go ahead and start.
All right. Mine are going to shock everyone, I feel. But as I go and explain my fights tonight, you'll understand why. But remember, he said there's 5 title fights this month. That's in between 2 cards. There's 3 on this one and 2 at the end of the month. Like, they could have spread it out a little bit more to help me and get the bet earlier. But, dude, these are going to be some good fights.
We're getting our money's worth this month for pay-per-views for sure. No problem spending $70 myself on these.
Oh yeah. Stream. So you want me to go least to greatest?
Yeah. Yep. Number 5.
Number 5, Jan Blachowicz and Izzy Adesanya.
Okay,
Yeah. How crazy is that?
Okay.
And that is because
Wow.
I am not a fan of Izzy at all.
Okay.
I don't like his demeanor.
I think you either love him or hate him.
Yeah. Like, I'll give it to him. He's great. He's a great striker. He's a great performer. But just the character he is, I don't have time for that. You know,
easy enough.
It is what it is. I don't want to.
Whatever you're into, man.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, Megan Anderson and Amanda Nunez. That's above Jan and Izzy because who doesn't like watching Amanda Nunez fight? And I am absolutely head over heels for Megan Anderson. So
I love both those women. So,
right?
Yeah, they're great.
Then 3 is Volkanovsky and Ortega.
Which might be the most forgot about title fight of all 5 of them.
I forgot about it an hour ago. I had to hit him up. I was like, who the hell was this 5th fight?
Because they're promoting these 3 so much, and then all you hear about Stipe Francis. So the Ortega fight's completely overshadowed by everything else.
Absolutely. But after that is Stipe Francis, like you said. That's a hell of a fight. I'd love to watch. I can't wait to watch that.
I'm really pumped about your number 1.
My number 1's Jan and Sterling, dude.
That's awesome.
Because Piotr Jan is my dude. I've been riding with him. I don't know if I said this before, but we went to the fight in Chicago and watched him beat the hell out of Jimmy Rivera, I think it was.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, it was awesome. It was great to watch, and ever since he's been good. I rode him for the Faber fight when everyone told me Faber was gonna kick his ass, and what he do? He kicked his head off, and then was like, "What up?"
Yeah, that was in Sacramento too. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah. And then same thing with Aldo. Was like, oh, everyone's like, Aldo's gonna do well. What did he do? He pounded the shit out of him. Yep. Jan is my guy. I have everything riding on him this night, but that is my rank. What's yours?
Man, it's sad. I don't want to put them at number 5, but I have to go Megan and Amanda. I love it. And that's just, I'm actually excited for that fight because 1, I love watching Amanda Nunez fight. She's all, like, to me, of excitement level of her performances are on, like, a level of McGregor's. That's just for me. Like,
absolutely.
She's going to deliver. She knocked out Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm, Cyborg. She's just unreal. And her last fight was a little boring and sloppy. So I think she's coming back with a vengeance. She is scary. Love Megan Anderson just as an all-around person. I watch her stream sometimes, Call of Duty and stuff. Just a cool chick. She's a good fighter. She's really good, but
I can see that being because it's going to be so one-sided. I can see that. I think
so. Or it could be the biggest upset of all time.
100%. Yeah. Sure.
So that's number 5. Number 4 is tough, but it's gotta go Ortega and Volkanovsky, in which Volkanovski's pissing me off because I think Holloway beat him last fight. So I want Ortega to whoop his ass. Love Ortega. And that usually, like, I'm so excited for that fight too, but the next 3 fights are just like almost dream fights. Number 3. Oh man. Number 3. I'm doing this off the top. Number 3, I gotta go Israel and Jean. All 3 of these could all be tied for number 1 on this to me. But I'll just say that one because I love Izzy to death. Love him to death. John is a great fighter. I keep butchering his name. I don't care at this point. But I'm a fan of him. He just, I don't know. He doesn't excite me as much as a lot of other people. It's just hard to put into, like, describe it. But I'm so excited for the fight to see Izzy move up 20 pounds and see how he fights and everything. And it's going to be fireworks. It's going to keep you, hooked the entire time. So I'd say that's 3.
It won't be like last week's main.
Yeah. Number 2, I'm going to go Jan Sterling. I cannot wait for this fight. I almost wish this was a main event on a pay-per-view almost by itself just to get so much more love. But it's great, though, because to have this and then 2 more title fights after that is just amazing.
Right.
I cannot wait for this fight. I love Sterling. I think he's a monster. I think Sterling wins. We'll get into that. I cannot wait. I'm really, really, really excited for that fight. This was one of the top 5 fights I wanted to see of the entire year of 2021. So I'm really happy it's happening in March here.
It's happening quick too.
Yeah. And number 1, dude, Francis Stipe.
Oh, dude.
Just because Francis Ngannou is the scariest human fighter in Earth in MMA. I mean, he's scarier than when Brock Lesnar was on top of his game. He's scarier. He's almost scarier to me than watching Kimbo Slice backyard fighting. Like,
I'd take Francis all day.
Yeah, he is scary. And people that might not know, he fought Stipe, and Stipe just completely shut this dude down. Francis looked so scared. Then he lost to Derek Lewis after, and ever since then, he is back to how he was and scarier. And Stipe is he's still the champ. He's still the best. I am so excited for that rematch.
Bro,
that's my number one. That's my number one excitement. I mean, I don't really know if there could maybe be a title fight this year that will have me more excited than that, unless it would be maybe Jones Francis or Jones Izzy. I can't really. Usman Jorge is gonna get me amped again because I'm a huge Jorge stan. But yeah, I cannot wait for Francis Stipe. That's number 1 for me.
That's at the end of the month, correct? The 27th?
Yep, 27th. Their main event, Ortega and Volk. Tyron Woodley, my boy, met him in New York City. He's on that card. Someone else I really like's on that card too. But yeah, so that's my order. And then we kind of almost covered a lot of these, but Jan Sterling. I'm riding Sterling. I'm gonna say Sterling decision. I know I keep saying these fights are gonna be so amazing and awesome, and I keep picking decisions. So it's probably like, that sounds boring, but I just think they're just going to be, like, these guys are just going to go at it. So I'm going Sterling decision, new champion in the bantamweight division.
I'm going Jan. Sterling he loves jiu-jitsu, so I feel like he's going to try to take him down, but Piotr's, like, wrestling defense and wrestling is all around better, I feel. His striking's better. So I have Jan by knockout. I think he either puts him out, or I think he dogs him like he dogged poor Jose Aldo.
Yeah.
Which is nice. We got a little banter.
This could go all different ways. Yeah, I'll take $5 Sterling.
That's straight up. 5 Peter.
All right. Yeah, they're both minus 110.
It's dead even right now. I mean, it could go either way.
And I think it will probably be that when the fight starts too.
Yeah.
Then we got the women's. We love both these girls. Amanda Nunez versus Megan Anderson. This is for the 145-pound title, which I actually just learned this like a couple hours ago. Amanda Nunez has 2 belts, 135 and 145. Amanda Nunez might be the largest champion favorite ever. She's minus 1,250. So you have to bet $1,250 just to win $100 if she wins. And Megan Anderson's plus 750, so 100 to win, $750 if she wins. I'll just make this short and sweet. I got Amanda Nunez second round knockout.
I got Nunez. I don't have the I have the knockout. I don't have the round. Although I will tell everyone, it is 100% worth it to lay a little bit of skin on Megan on this fight.
100%.
Because she could get her back. She could choke her out. She could get a heel hook. She could do all kinds of stuff where it could literally, it's that. So ride Nunez off into the sunset, but hedge a little bit on.
Yeah, definitely.
There's money to be made there.
Definitely would throw Amanda if you can in a parlay. I mean, it'll knock the odds down big, but I'm gonna do a bet. I think it's like plus 500. Amanda Nunez via second round TKO. But yeah, Megan Anderson's 6 foot. She has 4 inches on her. There's a boost on, or not a boost, but a promotion on DraftKings here in Pennsylvania. If you do 3 $10 bets, you get a free $10 bet. So I'm probably gonna take that free $10 and I'm gonna throw it on Megan 10 to win 75. Why not? I mean, if you're gambling all night, definitely throw a little on Megan. Hey, you can put a hell of a parlay together there. Even Megan, Dauber, and like Blachowicz.
Oh,
you never know what's gonna happen in UFC.
Right.
So I don't know if I've seen as crazy as Megan beating Amanda, but I've seen some crazy things in UFC. So Yeah, I got Nunez, second round knockout. And then the main event, 7 hours later.
Yeah.
I'll be like so excited and worn out and tired and
I'll be
ready
watching
to
this
stay up
in
all
bed
night.
on my phone, like
Yeah,
getting ready. Like, I'm done.
I will be indulging in beverages. So I'm not sure. I'll be good. I'll be ready, definitely, for bed and for this fight by that time. But we got John Blachowicz versus Israel Adesanya. Israel Adesanya is the 185 middleweight champion, moving up to light heavyweight to be the fourth, I believe, champ to hold 2 belts at the same time.
The first undefeated champ.
Yeah, because he's 19-0, so he'd be the first undefeated guy to hold both 2 belts. He's going 20-0.
20-0, yeah. I think he's 20-0.
Yep, Blachowicz here is the champion in his own weight class, and he's a plus 185 underdog. Adesanya is minus 230. Who do you got?
Well, there's a 20-pound weight difference here, man.
Yep.
And in my notes, I'm staring at it right now. I have 3 words, and it's legendary Polish power. So I'm writing you on. I think he ices Adesanya, and I only think that because first, who do you have?
I'm going Izzy.
How do you have him winning?
KO.
Do you really think Israel Adesanya has the knockout power to knock out a dude 20 pounds bigger than him that has to cut weight down to that weight? You know what I mean? So he's bigger than 205.
So
do you think he has? Like I could see him tagging him up, but I don't see him knocking him out. I maybe it's like just, I can't see it.
It's so hard. Because it's like, like with Romero, I mean, he didn't really get opportunities to really hit him too hard.
And Costa was drunk on piss wine or something, whatever he's making up.
I hate that dude.
Yeah, I was all about Costa until I started reading that shit. I'm like, all right, whatever.
I'm like, all right, man, you're done. I don't know. Izzy's just almost. It's almost like like with football, to compare it to football, like an Alabama or Tom Brady thing. Like you just ride him until you lose. Like it's just hard to go against him. I love Izzy to death. I'm gonna take him. I'm going on a limb. Second round knockout, Izzy. Become the double champ, and he's calling out John Jones after. I think Izzy will go back to middleweight and fight in summer, but he said December he wants John Jones. But John Jones looks like a house. That guy is a monster right now.
Fat and slow, bro. It is scary, but we'll save that.
Yeah. I got Izzy second round.
I'll take Jan third. I just want to keep I want to keep shitting on your pick because Jan's lost 8 times, whatever it is, 5 of them decisions. He's been knocked out twice. So I'm going to keep going to Izzy's power. Can you compare that to the one person that knocked out Jan, which is Thiago Santos's power?
All right, we're back. Had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but
per usual.
Yeah, we're having rough times recording these past couple times. Anyway, so we started. You asked, do you think Izzy's knockout power is almost comparable to Thiago Santos?
Because that was the last time Jan's been knocked out. Yep. Yeah. Other than that, he was knocked out in 2011.
Yeah. Wow, that's crazy.
Yes.
I mean, for his weight class, yes. For middleweight, Izzy is more dangerous of knocking people out than Thiago Santos. But moving up 20 pounds and doing it, it's hard to say. I don't know. I just think this guy is an absolute stud and can do anything. He's going to have to hit him a ton, though.
Absolutely.
A ton of times. And, like, hard as hell. Like, he's going to have to come in with a lot of power hits, maybe some ground. I don't know. Can he even take him down? There's just so many questions. Everyone's writing Izzy off to win easy. And I know I said second round TKO, but, like, there's a lot of questions, like, can he knock him down? Can he take him down?
Jan's wins are 8 KOs, 9 submissions, 10 decisions. Like he's well rounded as you can.
Yeah, this guy, you don't know what you're getting from him.
Yeah, so he'll take the fight on wherever.
Will he go for takedowns? Do you think he tries to take him down?
He may. I I never thought about that till you asked me that. He may, but I think he's there just to put him away like he knows how. I did during our technical difficulty. I just hopped on Twitter and looked. Did you see their first face off together?
No, not yet.
Jan's in a suit, nice slim suit. Izzy's in a big puffy coat, so they like look the same size. And all of the comments and like the other like subtweets or whatever were like, yo, there's no way Izzy's like close to where he should be. Like
We'll
he's not
see.
this big. Yeah, it's
We'll
gonna
see
be
tomorrow weigh-ins and then when they face off. Also, I heard Izzy was saying that he's fighting at 195.
That's what the comments said. They said, or they were like, "There's no way he's 190."
Yeah.
So what is he gonna just put on water weight and then cut it? Because that's gonna kill him.
Yeah, it's gonna be. There's so many questions. This fight's freaking awesome. I can't wait because it can go either way too. All these fights,
right?
It's a hard night. Besides maybe Nunez and Islam to legit like that guy. I am 100% confident, full fact that he's gonna win. So
I already know Petr Yan's gonna win 100% full confidence, and Blachowicz gonna win 100% full confidence.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't
take that. So everyone enjoy that.
It's crazy. As we're sitting here talking, I'm trying to think of a champion. Eddie Alvarez might be one, but a champion at a weight that has another guy moving up, and this champion is like a large underdog or just like not maybe getting the respect they deserve.
Yeah.
Eddie Alvarez was that way with McGregor. I wouldn't. Stipe with DC was kind of tough. I never thought DC would ever beat him at all. So yeah, it's just crazy. Jan, I just feel like isn't getting a lot of respect he deserves. Like I said,
and it's because of the theatrics. He's from like Eastern Europe and all that. They don't care about theatrics over there.
No, he's just straight business. He comes out, he fights.
Mm-hmm. Like his embedded, he was walking like taking a hike. Same thing with Petr Yan's. Their embeddeds were amazing. They're just
they're just straight professionals,
warriors.
Sterling and Izzy are just they're more like flamboyant.
Izzy's definitely trying to. Sterling tries, but Izzy definitely is following McGregor's footsteps and becoming like the superstar. Yeah. So that's where he gets it.
It's a can't miss fight.
No,
100%.
No, I will stay up. I'll force myself to stay up.
Yeah,
I have no problem with this.
You can't. I
cannot wait to watch Izzy just shut down, bro.
Yeah, if he loses, man, I don't think it'll hurt his career
no, it won't hurt his career.
He went up. He took a giant. That's what he's gonna say. I took a risk here. I moved up 20 pounds. Let's see all you other efforts do this, blah blah. So, but if he loses, John Jones is gonna roast his ass. If you're on social media, which I'm sure you are, follow John Jones on Twitter.
Just for the weekend, just for Saturday night. Just watch.
And they'll be showing his live tweets, I imagine, on TV.
Always do.
So it's gonna be good. Anything else you want to cover? I think that's it for me. I cannot wait. 15 fights, man.
Yeah.
6, 4, and 5.
I'll watch every single one of them.
Me too.
It's gonna be a fun night.
Yes, it is.
If you're like we gave you, if you're like that newcomer in, don't watch the first 6. You're gonna kill yourself before like the meat and potatoes actually kicks in.
No. Start at 8 o'clock and watch the rest of the way. If you want to get in UFC, I think I said for McGregor card. This is the card to do it. You get 3 title fights. You're getting former champions all over the board.
You're getting updated on who's the champion where. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's nice.
This is the best month to get in if you ever want to get into it. 5 title fights, huge fights, former champions, former contenders everywhere. Kevin Holland, Derek Brunson on the 20th is insane main event on a fight night. So yes, definitely tune in. Hit us up on I'm going to post my picks and stuff Facebook probably Saturday morning. So hit us up on Facebook.
I'll post mine in the comments of his as well. That way everyone can see them. That way they're in writing.
Yeah. So let us know who you like, who you got. If you want to get on the show, we're looking for someone to get on with us. UFC 260. I think that's 260, right?
Yes.
The Stipe fight, March 27th. We're going to record it the week of. If you want to get on or send us your picks to read, call in.
Yeah, you don't have to be on this whole time. You can literally just tell us your picks if you want, or we'll call you on the phone, just something. We'd like to get, the viewers into it more instead of just us two, going back and forth.
Forever. Yeah. Sounds good. Hey, we got $5 on Sterling and Jan. Bet with some of your friends.
You want to put another 5 on the main?
Yeah, I'll take
right.
Izzy.
All right, I got Blachowicz. Cool.
Sounds good. Yeah. And I'll post some bets on Twitter and Facebook on Saturday. I'll probably put out some live bets maybe as I go on Facebook, which I usually don't. I usually share my betting on Twitter, but I might switch it up. Yeah, so hit us up. Cannot wait for this. Thank you as always, Debo, coming on.
Absolutely.
Our third pay-per-view covering. Cannot wait for more. Maybe one of these times, maybe if this card is insane as we hope, we could do a post review next week. So we'll see what happens.
And stay tuned, everyone. We're in talks about doing a podcast, one of these, like maybe once a month, or so. We're gonna figure that out. But we're here to talk longer.
Yeah, there's so much UFC to break down week to week. So yeah, UFC podcast is brewing right now. We'll drop more details as soon as we get them for you guys. Enjoy the rest of the week and enjoy the fights on Saturday night.